Once upon a time, in a small pond surrounded by tall green grass and beautiful flowers, there lived a baby duck named Ducky. Ducky was small, fluffy, and had bright yellow feathers, just like the sun. He was the youngest of all the ducks in the pond and loved to play and swim with his siblings and friends. One day, as Ducky was playing and having fun, he suddenly realized he was lost. He had wandered away from the pond and was surrounded by tall trees, big bushes, and strange noises. He was scared and didn't know what to do. He started quacking loudly, hoping that someone would hear him and come to help. Just then, a kind and wise old owl named Hootie flew down from a tall tree. Hootie had big, round eyes that could see far and wide, and Ducky felt safe with him. Hootie asked Ducky what was wrong, and Ducky told him about being lost and scared. Hootie listened carefully and then said, "Don't worry, little one. I'll help you find your way back to the pond." Ducky was very grateful and followed Hootie as they flew above the trees and bushes. Hootie showed Ducky how to use his senses and listen for familiar sounds, like the chirping of birds and the splashing of water. They flew over a hill, and finally, there it was. Ducky's home, the small pond surrounded by tall green grass and beautiful flowers. Ducky was so happy and couldn't wait to get back to his family and friends. Hootie said goodbye and flew away, while Ducky dived into the water and started swimming and playing with his siblings and friends. From that day on, Ducky never wandered too far from the pond, but he always remembered the wise words of Hootie and how to use his senses and listen for familiar sounds. He also learned to be brave and never give up, even when things get tough. And every time Ducky saw Hootie flying overhead, he would flap his wings and quack loudly to say hello and thank you. Hootie would nod and smile, happy to see that Ducky was safe and sound, back where he belonged. And so, the baby duck and the wise old owl became lifelong friends, and their story was told from generation to all the little ducks and animals in the pond, as a reminder to be brave, use their senses, and never give up. The end.